No woman can be a man, and no man can be a woman. That is final. I don't get it. So you marry the person because of the money the person has, or what? Don't we know in life there are days that situations comes? Don't we know that in the journey of Christianity, nothing is easy? I want Christians to listen and stop complaining. Nothing is working. Mommy, I was making it and something happens. Yes, it's part of life. Jesus went through the same thing. So what is your complaint about? You see, I want to address this issue, then I'll bring the Bible quotation in. There are issues I want to address that when people are married and they get to a point where maybe the man loses his job. Let me use the man today. The man loses his job. The woman changes. And some of the women will leave their husbands because maybe he has lost his job. He can't provide again. They leave their husbands and they go in for other men. Some people also, whilst they are still married to their husband, because maybe their husbands are not financially strong, they can do things by showing their naked pictures to men they are cheating on with. Send your naked breasts, your naked pictures to a man that you're not married to, whilst the man knows you are married. Or in the name of my husband has lost his job. Or in the name of women, as they say it, but not all of us, they want money. I don't get it. So you marry the person because of the money the person has, or what? Don't we know in life there are days that situations comes? Don't we know that in the journey of Christianity, nothing is easy? I want Christians to listen and stop complaining. Nothing is working. Mommy, I was making it and something happens. Yes, it's part of life. Jesus went through the same thing. So what is your complaint about? You are married to a man, and today the man doesn't have money. I want to plead with everybody, every woman listening to me, and every man listening to me. I beg you in the name of God, calm down. Don't be angry. I always say this. There are people that watch my video and they are angry and they are irritated. You can be irritated today. 1 year to come, you go back and visit the video, and it will help you. You don't expect me to come and be addressing you nice. No, this is the way I am, and that's the way I was born, and that's the way I want to be. Don't come and tell me how I should do it. Let's listen, let's learn. We married them today. I love you. We will die together and all that. When you see, when this COVID came, many men have lost their marriages. When this COVID came, many men have lost their jobs, and because of that, they have lost their marriage, because the women say that they can't stay because the man can't provide again. So you have a change of mind. Did you really love the man? Did you really love the man? Is it because we have women who don't fear God? What is happening in our nation? That all is about money. All is about money. It's not about prayer. We don't pray. We don't seek God. Okay, if it's about money, what money? How much do you have? Yes, Adjoa, don't worry. Adjoa Kwashi. God will help you through the pregnancy. Okay? So don't worry. Let me ask this. Why do we marry? Women, some of us, why do we marry? You may insult me when you watch this video because you are auto cheating on your husband. You may get angry because I am hating. You see, anybody that insults when we speak the truth, they are in the same situation. And people don't want the truth. I've come to learn that in this nation called Ghana, even not nation Ghana, everywhere, when you speak the truth, become their enemy, and then we will speak it till we die. If I'm your enemy, it doesn't give me food. It doesn't give me health. It doesn't give me breath. The one that gives me breath, if he's not angry with me, who are you? You don't matter. So you can insult. Your insult doesn't change anything. Continue. When you insult, my name won't change. My food on my table doesn't change. How I look doesn't change. I am still who I am. I can't change it. I'm going to address this, but I'm going to read the Bible quotation for you. Women. Today I'm on the women. Women that are married and those who are about to marry. Somebody says that me, I can marry a poor man. No. Are you a rich woman? Are you a rich woman? Me, I can marry a poor man. No. Because if you can't take care of it. Are you a rich woman? You the one say you can't marry a poor man. Somebody also want to marry a rich woman. Are you a rich woman? Why are we all about material things? I want this. Will you go with it? Or you think you won't die? Once you die one day, when you die, all the money in your account, will you take it? What is wrong with us? Some of the women, what is wrong with us? Because I want to wear a designer wear. I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to everywhere. We want to go. Everything. I want to go. We don't go. We don't ask. I don't know what to say. We married them today when they have man. Every man listening to me, be careful. Don't marry a woman who has no aim in life. Marry a woman who knows how to handle things. A woman that is prayerful, who fears God. A woman who has got a heart for people. Heart. Get a woman who is a hard-working woman, so that tomorrow when you can't stand up, that woman can stand with you. You also want to marry women with shape. I want this. My dear, you will die young. Some of the women are coming because, so you know the woman likes money. Mommy, I'll do everything to make her okay. My dear, this life is not in your hands, so anything can change. Anything. Women, listen. When we are in the marriage and tomorrow, listen, in the beginning, the man was providing and everything. And when you get to a point he can't provide, you can also provide. There is nowhere in the Bible where the Bible says that if you provide for your husband or your children, you go to hell. What is it? When the money is there, you see your wife very proud, stay with you. Men, listen. Marry women who are also hardworking, who can stand with you, who can support you when things are tough. Because in this life, anything can happen. The man can lose, the woman can lose. Which of you can stand with each other when you lose? You can marry someone who has shape, but ask whether the person has a brain to stand with you. If you're going to marry somebody who if not marry the person here, the person is all about, yeah, I want money, I can't live a difficult life. So if you're a man, you have money, man, run away. No matter how much you love the person, love your life more than the way you love the person. Run away. Because if a woman tells you this, it's a red light that will destroy you tomorrow. Nobody knows what comes tomorrow. Nobody knows what can happen tomorrow. Listen to me. Nobody knows. What is it with some of us, the women, that when the men lose their job, we start complaining, I am the one paying this. And so, if you're the one paying, so, if you pay, don't you stay there. If you pay, you cook. Don't you also eat? Your children eat, you also eat. What is it? My problem is that if the man was supportive in the beginning of the marriage, if the man was a hardworking person and something has happened one way or the other, please, let's not blow the horn telling people you're the one taking care of the home. All because today he doesn't have it. Abba! What is it? What is it with us? I'm the one paying it. I'm tired of. Did he ever complain he's tired? The days he was providing, did he say he was tired? The days he was buying you car, buying you houses, taking you and your kids to holidays, the days he was doing that, did your husband say he was? Did you know how he got the money? Did you know how your husband was surviving? Sometimes some of them men, the things they do to bring the money and the food on your table, we don't know. Let's learn to appreciate a little. Appreciate a little. Appreciate. Then I can't buy my reforms again. Look at me. I'm tired. You're tired. So what? Do you always have to look good? Do you always have to go to the big saloons where pay thousands of cities? Sister, things change. Oh. Things change. If you're a mature woman, listen, things change. Get skills. So when things change, when you go to a Proverbs 31 woman, she works and the husband stays home and the husband is proud of her. Not, it doesn't mean the husband. She works. Proverbs 31 woman, she was a hardworking woman. Though the husband was working, but the husband was proud because her work earns more than the husband. And everybody say, I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. Do you understand Proverbs 31 well? Do you understand? Do you understand Proverbs 31 well? What is it with some of us, the women? We want this. I want this. And you will get some, excuse me to use the word, some senseless men who knows you are married. And they will still come because they do the search and see your background, they think your husband doesn't have the money to provide. So because you're also a weak woman, they come and you're complaining. My husband doesn't have. My husband is this. So that is why. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Mommy. Bring your voice down. Mommy. Give me a minute. What happened? Take your time and talk. Use the what?
I'm going to beat my hand.
I'll go and beat her. You sit down. Wait for me, okay? Sit down.
Mommy.
Yes. Please give me a minute. I beg you. Yes.
Give me cane, please.
I should give you cane to go and beat her.
No, to beat her goat.
I should go and beat her host.
Me.
You want to beat her host? But you tell Vanessa or Akos beat you. Akos or Vanessa?
I'll go beat my hand.
Your leg. And Vanessa beat your hand. Okay, you wait. When I finish, I will beat
give
her.
Me cane.
I'm coming. I'm like.
Please give me cane.
I said I'm coming.
Please give me cane.
I don't have cane. You sit down. I'll go and give you cane. Sit down. I'm coming, okay? Don't talk. I beg you, okay? Please forgive me. Eh? I have to handle this one. Forgive me. You see? The fact is that you are always he has money, you want to marry the person and all that. But you, what are you taking to the table? What are you taking to the table? You always want to take some. I want this. I can't marry a poor man. I can't stay with a man. Mommy, I'm tired. My husband can't provide. Now things are hard. Who said everything will be easy every time? Who said everything will be easy every time? Who said it? Who said and sometimes when I listen to some of the women, and mommy, it's been like 2 years now. I am the one taking care of the home, everything, providing everything. And I ask myself, my dear, when you married your husband, was he taking care of you? They say yes, so mommy, he was providing, but now he has lost his job. And I said, did your husband go to your family to complain that he's the one taking care of everything? He said no. So why is it that you are the one doing it? You want the whole world? You want the whole world to know. So if you're the one paying, so what? I want divorce. I want divorce because you have met some men who have checked and see that your husband doesn't have the money now. And they know some of the women are weak. So they will come with promising. I'll buy you a car. I'll take you to Dubai. Take you to UK. I'll take you to here. Yeah. And because of that, you see your husband to be a useless man. Hey, listen. We should be careful. Oh. We should be careful. Always what I want, what I feel. Sister, this life is what I know, what I want, what I feel. This life is not how I feel. I am tattered. Yes, sometimes you look tattered. Even Jesus, they tore his clothes. They tore him up. Jesus, they got to a point they wanted to stone him. What is it? What is it at all that has never happened before? Yes, friends, your kind of friend will tell you how your future will be. Your kind of friend will tell you what the future will be. You see, sometimes God allows things. Let me read this for all of us. Then I can talk. Job chapter 1. Let me read from the verses. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hence comest thou. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? Look at what God said. Hast thou considered my servant Job? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, okay, well, let me go there. Then verse 8. Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feared God and hates evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doest Job fear God for nothing? Hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he has on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increase in the land. But thou forthing hand now, and touch all that he has, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he has is in thy power. Only upon him put not forth hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating. Let me just not bore you with it. When you read that, you know. One day, Satan was passing, and Jesus threw it to Satan. Have you considered my servant Job? Then Satan said, oh, forget. It's because you have protected him. It's because of the things you've done for him. That is why he's serving you. Then the Lord said, I gave you a chance. Destroy everything he has and see whether Job will not still serve me. Job had money. When he had money, the wife was staying with him. When he has properties, the wife was still staying with him. When he had everything, the wife was staying with him. But when he got to a point that Job lost everything, lost his money, his properties, Job lost everything, and now he was sick. He had sore all over his body. The wife came and said, deny your God. How useless you have become. And this thing keeps on coming into my mind, and I'm asking, when everything was okay, the wife never said, deny your God. The wife never uttered. We never heard the wife saying anything. No. When money is there, you won't hear women talking. They will never complain. You will not see them cheating because the money is there. The moment the husband will lose their jobs, now they have excuses. 5 years ago, he did this to me. 2 years ago, he did that to me. And that is why I want to divorce. Sister, let me tell you this. Continue with what you want. Continue with the life you have chosen to lead. Continue with the attitude you carry. Me, I can't marry a poor man. I don't want a man who doesn't have money, who can take care of me. Yes, you may get a man who has money. But have you asked yourself, should in case in process of the marriage, should in case when he finished all the wedding and everything, and something happens, and the man has nothing, will you still stay with that man? I know what I'm saying. No? We have all been there before. But I want women to listen. I want God to use me to speak to you. When your husbands have nothing, stand with them and pray for them. Because a woman that knows how to pray to God, the husband will always not lack anything. When things becomes difficult, stand with the men, I beg you. And men, listen, the way you also choose, that is the kind of women you are getting. You won't choose women who are prayerful. You won't choose women who fear God. You won't choose women who will submit to a man. You like women who will say, I can't marry a poor man. You like women whose their level of living is higher than you. You will do everything to buy this for them. Will you continue buying this for the rest of your life? What kind of life is that? If a woman says she can't marry a poor man, ask that woman if she's rich. Ask that woman who is working. Tell them when I meet some of the celebrities, do I call them celebrities? Some of them. And they have the guts. They've got the boldness to say that if a man can provide for me, he can't be with me. Who are you? Can you also provide for the man? Why can't we sit down and there are people that are looking up to you? See, anywhere you sit to talk, listen, there are people who are listening to you. There are people that will be influenced by the things you say. You think you are just talking. If you say anything with pride and with your ego and with your I don't know, your demonic feelings, do you know how many people will be affected? Me, I can't marry a man who is poor. I can't. When your mother, I don't know. Some of you check where you're coming from. You had nothing. I don't get it. Ask all the rich men you're meeting. Ask their background. Our papa, despite, with all respect to him, did he start as a rich man? No. But today, the sons are enjoying out of the father's sweat. So if you meet their son and they are enjoying, you will say, hey, you are privileged. Yes, the father has suffered. You too, you can also start something. If they tell you their struggle, how desperate became desperate today, that he is feeding thousands of people today, if you knew the things he did before he got here, the pain, the shame. If, let me say this, I know there are women who are regretting they didn't accept his proposal when he was poor. I know there are women who are regretting now. I know there are some people regretting now when that man had nothing and he proposed to the didn't man. I know they are regretting because today he has got the money. He won't come for you again. Somebody who stood, you see, somebody who stood with him is now a rich man. Everything they want, they will get. Sometimes in life things becomes difficult. Where are the godly women and where are the godly men that will not always be led by their feelings, but allow the Spirit of God? Listen, I have gone through this before. Some years ago, when the hardship became too hard, I nearly, I know what I'm saying. I know how you feel. So if somebody has passed through that way, and they're telling you it is not safe, don't go. Please don't go. Don't go. Let's listen. Let's learn. Somebody's testimony is your stepping stone of learning to get to a higher height. Let's be careful. All about money. I want this. I want to travel. Sister, it's not everybody that will travel. Let's come to agreement and understand this. Let's stop this kind of life we want to live. Some are living fake life. They show it to the world. We have this, sister. If they have this, let them have. If they have this, let them have it. Be content with what you have. If your husband doesn't have the money today, support him. He's your husband. If you give him food to eat, so what? You cook. Your children are eating. You are eating. Your husband is eating. How much do you feed your husband? The plate you. How much is that food? And we can insult the men. How useless you are. And sometimes the family support their daughters. to look down upon them because the husband doesn't have the money today. I'm asking this: should, in case your daughter is married to Ekufado's son or Muhammad's son or whatever, will you be doing what you are doing? No, because there is money. So now every woman wants to marry a man that has money without considering how they'll be treated, without considering where they got their money from, without considering the kind of things they're putting themselves through. Now people are married to rich men and go and see what they are going through. They are dying inside. They can't tell. They thought all is about the money. Now you have all the money. See how you're suffering. Now you want to go back to your ex-boy who had nothing. You rejected him and went to marry that rich man. Now you've got the rich man. You have your house. You have your car. They've opened the shops and everything for you. But you have to realize that it's not all about the money. What is it? I'm asking Christians, what? And I don't blame them, because some of the men of God are also preaching that if you're a woman, marry a man. And I ask those men of God, sorry, forgive me, those men of God, when they started, did they have money? Did they have money? They never had money, but they had God. They believed in God. They were working towards where God is taking them. And today, they made it in life. So they think that every young guy must automatically make money. Men of God, teach the guys how to make money. Teach them the right thing to do. Live a decent life. Teach their young girls to also live a decent life and stand together with their men and make life together. They can do it together. What two can do, one cannot do. Let's stop. Let's stop the kind of thing we preach at the church. We preach, I don't know whether I don't know what to say. That there's a qualification in the Bible that says that anyone that is going to marry should marry a rich man. I don't know where, I don't know. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a Bible scholar. When God speaks to me, I say it. We are all learning. I've not yet seen it in the Bible. I stand to be corrected. Somebody to show me in the Bible where the Bible says that don't marry a poor man, but marry a rich man. I want to know. If you want to be poor, it is your decision. If you want to be rich, it is your decision. One thing that makes a man rich, that is the only thing I know. And that thing is, seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all other things shall be added unto me. So why won't we teach them how to seek God? Why? Why won't we teach them how to seek God? Why won't we teach them how to seek God? Why? Why won't we teach them how to seek God? But rather teaching them how to marry big men. Teaching them how to get a man who can make you comfortable. It is okay to get a man who will make you comfortable. What are you also taking into the marriage? What are you also taking into the marriage yourself? We should rather teach them how to meet a man who fears God. We should rather tell them how to pick a woman that can submit to God and to the husband. We should rather install the Proverbs 31 woman into our young ladies in the church. We should rather impact into our young ladies the heart of patience. We should install to our young guys how to stand and carry the mantle of leadership as a head of a home and build their lives on God. Push your young girls to go and marry rich men. And when they are dying, most of the church, the pastors, oh, I have a friend in US, in Canada, my daughter, he financially is comfortable. I want to connect you to the man. And they will force their girls in the church to go and marry them. And then the girls are dying them because my bishop is my bishop's friend. My bishop, you're not the one to marry anybody for anybody. No bishop should marry anybody for anybody. Marriage is not my bishop friend. Let them know each other. Give them a chance to know each other. Pray. Let them go and choose their own men. Pray for them. not to go and choose the wrong person. Let's pray for them, not to just do things that are wrong. Let's teach them. When you teach your child the good morals, your child goes there and makes you proud. Your child stands there and makes you proud because you taught them good. Marriage is not the money. Marriage is not the properties they have. Marriage is not made by man. Marriage is made by God. So stop giving criteria on how we should choose men and women. Rather, let's understand that let God lead us. Get a fearful man, a fearful woman. Somebody who is in the lane of worshiping God, who fears God. A man that has got a heart for a woman. A man that his head is God will never maltreat or abuse a woman. A man that his head is on God, a man that is being directed by God will not abuse you or maltreat you because he let God or you allow God to lead him. Marriage is a mystery. And don't let any man of God or woman of God push you to something you are not comfortable with. Or in the name of, this man is comfortable financially. Let me tell you, there's more to life than a financial support. There's somebody who has got the money, who has got everything, but they are dying in their sickbed. There are people in marriages who have the money and everything, and they are killing themselves. You think it's about money? You think it's about the cars and properties? People have died, they've left the properties, and their kids are suffering today. There is more to marriage. Find a woman that understands the mysteries and will be able to allow herself to listen to the mysteries of God. Not a woman, when COVID comes, they will say because the man has lost the job, I want to cheat. Shame. A married woman, you can show your naked picture to a small boy who wants to sleep with you, or in the name of he's giving you money, or in the name because your husband can provide today, so you need that money from that young boy. So you show your nakedness, you show your nude pictures whilst you're a married woman. God is watching. Oh, God is watching. You are angry. My husband is not responsible. How long have you been married to this man? When you met him, was he responsible? Why did you marry if you know he was not responsible? I didn't know. You didn't know what? You knew. When he had the money, you didn't know. Now there's no money, now you can see. Some of the women, when there is money, they say they are blind. I'm blindly in love with him. When there's no money, my eyes are open now. I think he used some juju on me. He didn't use any juju. The money he used is money. It's money juju he used on you. It's the money juju he used. He used money juju. Money. That is all you people respond to. Money. That's all some people respond to. Money. If I get a guy, how can I marry a guy? The guy you met today that is sleeping in the uncompleted room, who is now going to university, or the guy who is just starting a small business today that you say you don't want, and you met a guy that has money, go to US, go to Dubai, come, and you marry the person. You see, 5 years later, when you came back from US, the guy you rejected has built companies, and now he goes to abroad, just like going to a crash circle. Easy and comes. He doesn't stay there, but you stay there, and then when you come and compare your husband to him, he's better off. You rejected him when he had nothing. Women, let's learn patience. Let's learn patience. Because my heart is bleeding today. Some of the things I'm hearing, my heart is bleeding. My heart is bleeding today. So do you think God cannot bless a man? Have you forgot the Bible says that it's a blessing of the Lord that makes a man rich and added no sorrow to it? It's not the blessing of man, it's the blessing of the Lord. It's the blessing of the Lord that makes us rich. The only thing I need to do is my faithfulness to God and make a step in life. Let God lead me from where He wants me to go. I can't be led by the world because this one is Jesus, I need to also do it. No, you need to be led by God. My dear, This world is not our own. We are all passing by. Tomorrow, we have this. Tomorrow next, we have something else. Nothing is permanent. So if somebody, it doesn't mean that those who are rich and those who don't have, I wouldn't call anybody poor. I won't call anybody poor because it's today they don't have. Tomorrow they can have it. Fear somebody who fears God. Fear a man or a woman who trusts and fears God. Fear them because people like that, anything can happen. Fears people. I want you to fear people like that. You may see them tattered today, but if God changes their story, you will bow at their feet. My dear, that is why when we are born, we start from nursery. We go to wherever, crèche, we go to whatever. We go to class 1, class 2. Life is a process. How can you tell a baby to jump from nowhere to GSS 1? It is not done like that. But definitely, if the child is serious and determined in life, the child will move from JSS to SS, from SS to university, from university to do with their masters, and even higher. It starts from somewhere. So if you see somebody who has got a dream, somebody that trusts and fears God, if you see somebody that believes in God and is making a step in life, appreciate their little beginning. And if you also carry that fire to also stand with them and build life together, do it. Because tomorrow, nobody knows tomorrow. So those women who are divorcing their husbands because COVID came and there is no money and the men can't provide again, so their love is gone. Some of the women, when there's no money, they don't have love. And now it's a no that money brings love. Okay, go ahead with it. Go ahead with it. So it means when there is no money, your love is gone. Okay, I agree with you. That's your point. Go ahead with it. Today, you may be okay, comfortable. But tomorrow, we will see the end. My dear young guys who are listening to me, please, if you are not married yet, you are blessed. Don't let your heart lead you to a wrong place that will destroy you. Any woman that tells you today, I can't leave her, I can't marry a poor person, ask the woman, who is a poor person? What does she classify as poverty? What does she mean by saying that she can't live with a poor person? Let the person explain to you. And if she can't live with a poor person, I think she's a rich woman. She can also impact into somebody's life. Women that are married and they are cheating on their husbands, stop it. It's a demonic thing. Stop it. And they are right in the church. Because I know women of God who are cheating on their husbands. I know men of God, they are also doing the same thing. But we carry Bible. We carry Bible. I know what I'm saying. The truth hurts. But it's good we learn. It's good we all learn. Let's learn. For the betterment of our tomorrow, let's learn. If you also walk with God right, God can bless you as a woman. And when God blesses you and your husband loses his job, don't insult him because you are blessed. You know, most of the men are afraid because when a woman is educated and works hard and whatever, I don't blame them, because some of the women, when they get money, pride enters them. They will not respect their husband, never in their life, because she thinks she earns much. That there are women who say, "Mommy, my monthly pay is 10 times my husband's money, so he cannot dare come and control me." Shame on you. Shame on you. You allow money to take the place of your husband as the head of your life. You allow money to take the responsibility of your husband from you so you can rule as a man. You can never be, no woman can ever, let me put this, no woman can be a man, and no man can be a woman. That is final. So if today your husband has lost his job and you are helping out, don't take the responsibility of a man and start to insult your husband. Stop it.